So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to today's video. We are looking once again at Efootball 2022, but I'm going to be giving you guys my full-on impressions as well as, is it worth playing this? So some of you may have not even bothered downloading it, right? You played the old version and it was an embarrassment and you didn't want to play it ever again. Fair enough, but is this worth downloading if, for instance, you're an offline player or you're an online player? Is it worth downloading on console or PC? I'm going to discuss those things and give you guys my overall thoughts. Now, remember, these are my opinions, okay? So if I like something or don't like something, it doesn't matter because you don't have to agree with me. I'm just telling you what I personally feel. And of course, leave your comments as well in the comments because, you know, that's the flavor of life these days. Everyone likes to give an opinion, so please do give yours, but don't just come in here and say, look, the game's pants, without actually trying it. Like, try the game out first, and then you can validate that opinion. So, let's just dive right into this. The first thing I want to talk about is obviously the UI, right? Now that I've got this in front of my face, and I can show you it in person. It doesn't look good at all. The UI is really badly designed. From the font colors, like using reds mixed in with blues and yellows, it's all over the place. There's no set design sense in this game. So that is a bad thing straight off the gate. But I'm not just talking about colors, right? Before I actually get into the gameplay spiel of this, I'm talking about things like this, right? So going into contract, for example, this is where you're going to start getting players, okay? So you go to standard player and you have a list of those players. It's the simple things of searching for players themselves. So then you have to go into like filter and then you have to pick a club team. And then you got to pick this if you want to pick it. But then if you pick like this and you press circle and then you press circle again, you kind of lose out. And then you got to go down and press done. And then it's too all over the place. The menus in this game are not robust enough. They're not simple enough and easy enough to just do the simplest things. You know, you want to be able to do something snappy and quick. It's not really worth, you can't do it. You can't do it, folks, because you're too busy fondling yourself. And I don't want to fondle myself all the time. I get bored of it. So that's the first thing out the way. Like the menus and that, they're just not well done. I mean, I will say that if you do go on a player and you actually press triangle, up pops the player himself. And these player models look really nice, like in this look about them. In game, it's a little bit different. We are on the PC version, by the way. But yeah, you hit triangle and you can change. I would say, if you can see right at the bottom of the screen there where Messi's shorts and he's got no legs. Konami, a simple thing to do here, move Messi down or the players down a little bit so that they start at the bottom, the top of the box. So that way it looks like the player's coming out of the box, not just, it looks like he's got no legs. His legs have fallen off. And that can happen for any player. Lewandowski's the same thing. You press triangle. But I do like that. I like that they've got in there and given you a proper player model that you can look at and say, all right, he looks like a tasty piece. Let's give him a bash. So yeah, that's the first thing. Color scheme, UI, we know it is dreadful, but it's ultimately, they've literally just done a mobile port of icons and stuff. Baffling, baffling. All right, so that's out the way, right? First thing out the way. I've already said this many times, but let's move on. Okay, so what I'm going to show you guys now is the gameplay itself. Now, I'm playing on PC, so I have all the teams unlocked. That's right. So this is the best way, and this is what I'm saying. If you are going to play offline, then you will want to get the PC version. This game is not built right now for PS5, PS4, Xbox offline. It's pointless. 5-minute games, you might as well forget it. But if you're playing on the PC, number one, you can unlock all the teams. Not all of them, but most of them. And secondly, you can change the time. So you can play 10-minute match, 20-minute, even a 30-minute match if you really want to against Superstar or top player, whatever difficulty you want. So let's go ahead and pick a team. We'll pick Manchester United, for instance. We'll go ahead and I'm not going to put this on the toughest difficulty because I am going to show you guys a few things. So let's take on someone like Chelsea, all right? And this is going to be like, graphically, folks, I'm not really going to talk about the graphics because there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. Is it a better looking game than last year? Yes. But still, there still needs to be a lot of work done. We're just going to leave these as normal. But what I am going to do is I'm not going to put this on Superstar to start with. I'm going to put this on Professional, just so I can show you guys a few things and be able to do some things without the AI kicking me backside. So, you got a regulation, as you can see. You've unlocked all the time. All the time. So I'm going to make this actually an 8-minute game, because you can't back out of a match once you've started it with this mod type deal or unlocker. And then we've got all the balls as well, or all these balls are available. I really don't know why Konami just don't give us all this stuff. What are you holding back for? Like, what are you waiting for? Just give it to all of us and we'll play the game. All right, so let's just use that ball. That's fine. And that's fine for fine. Okay, so we're going to go forward. And now we're going to go and see the cutscene, which we've seen, right? Nemanja Matic looks good. Certain players do look far superior than other players. I don't think the Chelsea players look the most robust. Some of them look better than others, as I said. But it's still, you know, a lot of, as I keep saying, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. Right, there's the strips. You can choose the 3 of them there. And then you've got, obviously, Chelsea's got the 2. I still don't know why they're showing us the back of the kit when ultimately, you know, you buy a kit because it looks good on the front, not the back. Maybe you do. I mean, whatever works. So let's move into the game plan, okay? So, how does this game work tactically? Well, it is a little bit more dumbed down than PES 21, and we will compare this to PES 21. As we know, the blues are everywhere. This game is heavily sedated with blue carnage. I don't know why, but it's clearly Konami have got some sort of a deal going with blue, but that's the way it is. So you can change the formation on the fly, as you see, whatever you want to do. You've got team play style, which is possession, quick counter, long ball counter, out wide and long ball. After that, you've got the individual instructions. Now, these have been tied and dumbed down a little bit from PES 21 because the defensive side is basically designates this player to stop him from pushing too far forward. And then you've got these players to choose from. So for someone like Manchester United, if we're going to pick, I don't know, Matic, for instance, you know, you wouldn't want him pushing too far forward. And then offensive will position himself higher up the field than usual, but you cannot assign this to a forward player. So someone like Bruno, for instance, right? And then you've got anchoring, so the centre forward will keep a central position and your wingers will not venture inside. So give that to someone like Cristiano Ronaldo. So you can do that. Actually, you can't. Hang on. Right. Okay. You can only do 2 of these. Just realised that. So you can't pick all 3. All right, well, let's put this as Bruno. And then we've got the first one as Ronaldo. And then defensively, you've got tight marking, you've got your man marking, you've got your counter target, and you've got your deep line. So the choice of those is ultimately up to you as well. We're going to leave those for the time being. And then you've got sub-tactics, which you can use if you want. You can edit their position, change this up if you want to. I think this is what? You're able to set a secondary preset tactic, meaning you'll be able to switch. So you can switch tactics within the game with a flick of the switch. But it's not as robust, as you can see, as before. Yeah, you still have all these options. You can actually add up to 3 attacking players now, which... Could you do 3 before? I think you could only do 2. So you could do Lindelof, Maguire, and someone else. And then you've got automatic match options, which are there as well from last time. But it's not as robust and there's not as many options as PES 21, etc. But there's more options than last year. So hopefully in turn, they'll start adding more and more and more. So this is a look at the PC, as I say. So you guys can see what they look like. It's better. It's better than the last update. A significant upgrade, I would say, because it was a mess. And I'm just talking PC here, not PS5. It was a mess on PC last year. So we're going to get into the game. The only thing is, it's crazy though, isn't it? Like in-game, 60 frames per second, right? These cutscenes, I'm getting about 37, 29, 30 frames per second, which is embarrassing. You should be getting a constant, stable 60 frames. You can see there's no turf there. That's gone missing. Where's the turf gone? I don't know. But yeah, the players look good. Manchester United players look fine. Got no problems with them. The crowd does look better as well from last year, now that I've actually seen it in person. What's Harry Maguire doing? Just putting his hands up. And then they show the lineups that we've seen before now a few times, which do look nice, bar the colour scheme. But, you know, can't keep going on about the colour scheme, but it's just... it just... I can't fathom it out. I can't figure it out. I sit there at night twiddling my thumbs, wondering, Konami, what are you doing to yourself? Do you do these designs with the screen off? Do you turn Photoshop off when you're trying to design colours, or do you actually look at them? Cool, blimey. Anyway, right, so there's the players. Now let's get into the gameplay. So, I'm going to be playing on the Dynamic Wide Custom because that's what I like to play on. And as soon as you start playing, and this is what I'm playing on Professional. So this is Maguire dribbling. Look at him. Let's go right, Fairy. I will say the game feels pretty responsive. You know, there's Lindelof. And now it depends what player you have. So someone who's got better feet will obviously be much more nimble. Where's Maguire gone? So let's give this to someone like no one. Well done, Harry. Absolute whale. So someone like Rashford, right? He's going to be a little bit more nimble. We give this to Ronaldo. He's going to be more nimble, as you can see how much quicker he is with the ball. You can use L2, as you can see right here. That shields the player. So as long as you're holding L2, every time Mount comes in, except that time, he will shield the ball. Now, when it comes to defending as well, folks, this game, I'm actually really liking the defending mechanics. And I kind of want to give the ball to the AI so we can show you some... But someone like Sancho, you can see the difference that he will have on the ball as opposed to other players. Look at him. It's just ridiculous. Still got the trick. So certain players, you're just going to feel that magical way of dribbling. But if you give it to someone like, of course, Harry Maguire, it's not going to be anywhere near as good. Skills are fine. Skills work just normal. But it's all about biding your time. Now, defending. As you can see, now what you can do... is use L2. Watch me just jockeying here with Harry Maguire as, well, pretty much the defender just came in there and stole it away themselves. But I really like the defending, folks. Like, there's something about it. It's going to be hard for me to show you this in this video, so, you know, we're just going to kind of knock this about. But the defending is challenging, but it's not too frustrating now because there is that option of bringing in, you know, another player. So another option, of course, is the stunning shot, which we'll do in a second, which, if I'm being honest with you folks, and you can see Fred, just watch Fred, back him away. And then as we switch to other players, you can use square as well if you would like to use shoulder barge. You can see Ronaldo's now making that run. Here's Bruno, Ronaldo, and then ready. Bang! There's the stunning shot. Decent block. Comes back. We're going to stun it again. But it does take, as you can see, an obscene amount of time for these players to be able to get that shot off. Another good challenge there by Matic. And then you can do the old bender if you want. But I will say, folks, you got to play it to try it out and really feel it. I will say... So let's get to the points of actually this video, right? Like, is it worth downloading? Is it worth giving it a shot? I will say this much. If you are an offline player and you do not want to play the PC version, then right now it's probably not really worth your time. Because there's nothing to do. You can see Ronaldo here. Watch, we're going to use L2 and just jockey with him. And just kind of wait and wait and wait. And then just bide your time. And that's why I really like this defending. Because I feel like if you're online and you don't know how to defend, you're going to get your ass spanked. Which I've got no problems with. Because defending shouldn't be that easy. But it shouldn't be as boringly, difficultly hard as the initial concept that they had with version 0.9. Which just didn't work out. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the defending. That's probably my biggest thing that I've noticed is more challenging, but certainly more rewarding. And I am actually liking the stunning shots and all that stuff. You can see there from Bruno. You can try to come in here. Watch, ready? Do a shoulder barge. There it is. Just give him a shove with square. Likewise. Now, if you use R1, as you can see there with Maguire, who's given away a penalty possibly here, or a free kick. R1 now is teammate press. And you'll see that with the little arrows. So that's another thing they've added into the mixer, which, you know, last year you just did it with... Well, the arms are still flailing. That doesn't change. But last year, you're able to do it with... What's the name? Let's just see what De Gea does here. Come on, De Gea. Oh, he made the shave. Well done, Sunshine. But last year, you just press square, you know, and that would ultimately bring in another player. Now you've got to use R1. Now, you can change it. You can change it if you would like. The option's there. But something like that, you win the ball easily. We're going to clear this away with Wan-Bissaka. But yeah, what was I getting to? My point. This is the thing with me. I start a video and I just start talking and rambling. But right, if you are playing offline on console and you don't want to download the PC version, folks, then I probably wouldn't even worry about it right now. It's just not worth the time because there is no time, right? There's no time to play this game. 5-minute halves does not do it justice. Not even halves, sorry. It's 2.5-minute halves. It's not good enough. So, yeah, if you are playing offline on the consoles, just probably give it a miss right now till they add more content. If you are an online person, however, folks, I would certainly give this a go. I really would. I played a few matches online Thursday. Unfortunately, I had some maintenance problems. I don't know. If you guys were in the stream, you would have seen it. I don't know why that was happening because other people said the PC was fine. So, yeah, it was just odd. So I played a few matches online, actually quite enjoyed them, and, you know, that was the end of that. As you can see, though, if you do press square when you're near a player, he's just going to... Well, there's a great challenge. He's just going to kind of just do that with his shoulder, like he's doing the jig. And eventually, you know, he just pulls everything under the sun. So, yeah, online, I had some fun with it. I actually quite enjoyed it. I thought it was a good bit of fun. But offline, folks, if you want to play offline, you are going to have to download the PC version 100% and give it a bash. You really are. That way, you can unlock everything you need to unlock. Here we go with Ronaldo. That'll do. Ready? Blast it. Bosh! Near post. Well, we are playing on professional, so we're going to do the personal. Here we go. He didn't even move his mouse. His mouth. But, yeah, so you see the crowd right there. It doesn't look that bad, and that's why I say there's potential for this game to certainly evolve graphically, and it will. Graphics are not a real concern of mine. It's always about the gameplay first, more so the graphics. In fact, the colour scheme annoys me more than the graphics. Or Thiago Silva got it all wrong there. And then that finish, just too much power. You saw the dip on the finish. Nice shot. Job done. But yeah, all these concerns that I had beforehand with stunning shot being too OP, is it going to be too this, too that? I haven't seen it because it does take quite a bit of time, as you can see, for Ronaldo to really line it up. And then the ball did have a bit of swerve on it because Ronaldo's got sort of the knuckle shot, rising shot, dipping shot and all that. All these concerns I have, I'm not seeing now because I've actually got my hands on the game. You know, when you can finally do that, and there's the arrows, as you can see. So I'm going to bring in the likes of Sancho, who's going to keep chasing and chasing. So yeah, if you guys want to play offline, go for it. Download the PC version, unlock all the teams, right? And I think you guys will, have a bit of fun. We're going to probably do a superstar game after this. Ready? Here we go. No, I was going to do something else there. Sometimes I do forget. I'm not playing PES 21, so... trying things out that maybe doesn't always work. Here we go, Rashford. Here we go. But yeah, let me now... I'm going to actually just head to another game because this is boring. So I'm going to go and head to Superstar and play a proper match against the AI, show you guys what it's all about, and we'll have a bit of fun. So bear with me. Actually, first we're going to do that. Rubbish. All right, I'll see you guys in a second. All right, folks, so we are back. I can't believe what I just did. I just did a video for about half an hour playing this match, and then I realized I didn't even hit record. What a plonker. So anyway, folks, we are playing Paris Saint-Germain against Olympique Lyon. Proper French match, why not? We are playing on Superstar. We are playing on full manual. And I'm just going to give you guys... a sense of how the AI play, because why not? So, we're not going to worry about the introduction, basically because I've just annoyed myself because I didn't hit record. What a Moby. So, when the ball is in the air, performing a stunning shot with a less than half full power blur will increase the likelihood of a downward header towards the goal. Okay, so you can do a downward header stunning shot when the ball is in the air. I've never seen this, so this is stuff they should be showing me before the game anyway. Alright, so let me show you guys the AI. Let's talk about it a little bit. And also try and work this around. I mean, definitely, folks, the game feels, as I say, it is responsive. It's more responsive to me than PES 21 was, I will say. Right, here we go. Messi's off already, folks. But as you can see, you know, he hasn't got the... blimey. What's the name? Here we go. Chance to whip that in. That's ridiculous. Boom! Hasn't got the strength to hold off some of these players. That's ridiculous. Well, that's ridiculous by Neymar, and he's missed the chance. Lovely play by Neymar. I do like that the ball goes off and we just kick off straight away. I don't know if that was only on the PS5 last year, or they've added that now into the mixer for the PC version. So as there you can see, this is L2. So L2, as you can see, puts his arms out, stops the players from getting near him. The old shielding button, which does work. And there he is again, Neymar trying to win it. But yeah, I just want you guys to watch the AI, see how they play. Well done, Sergio Ramos. Verratti flicks it on. Messi's away now. Once again, though, they do hound you. Like they don't mess about. All right, Gay. Start that again. Oof, right, now watch the run here of Pereira. He's going to make a run. Actually, he's going to go the other way now. Right, Neymar. Neymar's now going to cut inside. Right, watch Neymar. Boom, over the top. Oh, unlucky. Right, watch this for a switch. Absolutely ridiculous pass that. Messi. No, didn't want to do that. Wanted to do another move. But yeah, the option to be able to play these balls now, and that's what I really am enjoying, folks. The variety that this game... Oh, nice bit of skill there from Paqueta. But you can see the strength. And if I'm going to say things that now matter in this game, physicality is kind of one of them. Like, the physicality of players is a much bigger presence than we've seen in past or other PES games. So, if you got a big, tall, powerful, physical player, someone like, I don't know, Antonio from, say, West Ham, I feel like he's going to do a lot more now because he has that extra added strength. You know, playing these balls as well, I'm loving it. I really am loving the ability to just switch to play whenever I want. Messi lays it inside. Pereira. Oh, we were going for it. We were going for it. So physicality is a big one, right? Defending has certainly been revamped a lot, and I'm actually liking the defending. It's taking a bit of time to get used to it, but I like it because the L2 just jockey button now is far more effective. Nothing wrong with that. Get up. Far more effective L2. It's very much like FIFA's jockey, except it makes sense. FIFA's is far too fast. I mean, people jockey like they're on the juice. And it was, you know, it was just all about increasing the responsiveness of the game, but without making it, you know, stupidly arcadey. All right, well done, Kimpembe. All right, Mendes. Right, let's go the other way here. Sergio Ramos. Space in the middle. Pereira. Hakimi now. Messi. Sometimes you try it. But yeah, as I was talking about, physicality, the defending, the variety of shooting that has been added as well. I mean, nice play from Ramos. Players are just, they're reacting to what I'm asking them to do. In fact, a lot of the time, I'm not even asking them to do it. They're using their brain, and they're doing it themselves. Like, folks, this is a big update, as in upgrade-wise, I would say, than what we played. Oh, Verratti. And what we played last year. Good save from Donnarumma. And that's me saying it, you know, and I'm not getting paid by anyone. No one pays me anything. Because you guys know me. I'm very blunt. I'm very honest. But I will say it certainly is a very playable game with a lot of potential. I mean, that's the word I would use, is there is big potential in this game. They just need to go in there and sort out, you know, the annoyances. Free kicks, folks, yeah, they're still complete pants. They're far too easy to score. Far too easy. Here we go. This is the chance. Messi. Oh, unlucky. So, yeah, there's niggles, there's problems, but this is why I'm saying this, is because my expectations were non-existent. I came into the the mindset of that version 1 wouldn't be that big of an update. Yeah, we saw the stunning shots and we saw all that stuff. But until you actually sit down and get your hands on the game, you're never really going to understand, you know, how a game feels. And, you know, it all works right now. It's working nicely. All right, Hakimi. Right, Messi. We're using Messi a lot. But why wouldn't you? All right, here we go. Mbappe. We're not using Neymar enough. Well, that's why. Because you're playing a terrible pass like that. Absolutely atrocious. All right, so now we can track the runner. Oh, it's a good little idea. But see, Ramos comes across there. I'm just going to clear it. But he did that himself. You come across. He uses his brain. He commits. And the whole stop-start thing that I've seen many times in PES 21, I'm not seeing it as much. Things just, they flow as well. That's the word we're looking for. They flow a lot better. And there you go. 0-0. I think we probably should be leading, to be honest. Right now. We'll try and get some more shots going because we really haven't had any. One thing I will do here real quickly is, let's see, what were we playing? I'm going to play quick counter in the second half. I'm actually going to change this as well. Anchoring, we'll put that on Mbappe. And I will actually do this. We're going to push Neymar in a little bit and Messi. There we go. Let's take off Danilo. And we'll bring on the Wijnaldum. And let's try Marquinhos instead of Ramos. Why not? Does Ramos even play? Does he play? He's always injured, isn't he? So here comes the boys out of the tunnel. So if I, honestly, folks, if I was going to, and this is a quick impressions, because I haven't played the game, you know, enough. You know, we've put in probably a good 4 or 5 hours, which honestly is probably about the same that we played the whole of the other update. If I was going to give the first one, you know, a lovely 2 out of 10 for just how bad it was. That's not a good pass. You know, we're looking here around probably a 6.5, because there is other things that annoy me. Oh, look at that for a ridiculous clearance. But look at that. Players get into each other, they get up. They don't fanny about, they get on with it, and that's it. Right, Mbappe. Ronaldo, ref. Oh. Well, look, AI hounding you. Right, chance to whip this in. Fires it high. Oh, Neymar. But there's just a good flow about it. I'm liking it. It's flowish. It's flowy. Ball goes off. Get the ball back on. Get back into the mix. The games are far more exciting than ever before, folks. And that'll do. Right, now we've got a prime way of showing you the free kicks. And you can draw defenders in. You can get fouls. But yeah, this was a free kick. Mendes here. Just see you later. There's the door. Go through it. All right, so we've got Neymar. Well, we're probably not going to be able to score from here. I don't even know if Neymar has anything. If I used R2, L2, I don't know if that's going to do anything. Let's try this out. Ooh! Well, that was interesting, wasn't it? We just went pure venom there. And it comes off the old post. I would show you a replay, but I will say the replays are so bad in this game anyway. My biggest problems now with this game isn't even on the field. Because I've seen that Konami have, you know, rectified a lot of the problems I had with this game beforehand. The problems are, you know, the UI, the color scheme, the same celebrations, the easy free kicks, the same animations as I just said with, like, you know, actual player models. Those are the things that in time, you know, hopefully they work out. Right, here, let's try something here. Watch this. Let's see. Oh, stunning shot! I was already aiming that way. But look at Neymar sprinting to get back into position. And if they can also work on the foot planting a little bit better as well, I think that would be another bonus. All right, watch the run through the middle. Oh, that's a good idea, you know. And now, oh no, I've pulled the wrong player across. But there you go. Wonderful challenge. Exceptionally well tamed. Right, Neymar. I mean, Neymar's just fun to play with, isn't he? All right, into Mbappe's feet, because right now Lyon are very deep. Gets this. Let's go for the old bender. Yeah, so that's bending the ball with FUMA. I am so bad at bending the ball on manual that, you know, we don't even want to see that replay. Because I just don't do it in PES 21 because it doesn't work properly. And it's almost impossible to bang him in the back of the net. But yeah, Lyon haven't done too much. But ultimately, folks, this is the way it works. If you want to play offline, highly recommend you play on the PC if your PC is good enough. I mean, you don't need a super powerful PC, folks, to play this game. But that's going to be the way you want to play this. You want to play this on PC to unlock all the teams. As you can see there now, it's easier to defend in some regards because you have more control over it. But it's also harder because, you know, players do take that little bit more time to slow down, to plant the feet, which is fine. That's normal. So, you know, you've just got to learn it. You've just got to learn it, folks. Learn it, master it, and you'll be good. Right, here we go. Neymar's. Ridiculous. Oh, went down. Penalty! No penalty there. Comfortable for Anthony Lopez. But yeah, very, very responsive, isn't it? I mean, I don't know what you guys make of this gameplay itself, but, I mean, you go back and watch the first build compared to this. Well, we're light years ahead of it. 100%. I just hope things don't go, you know, the other way and completely tits up as well. Oh, we've given a penalty away. And there you go. It can happen like that. Blink of an eye. And it was a penalty. I got too keen. The AI cut back real quick. Left me for dead. Right here. This little touch. There. Caught the foot. I caught the foot. Now, penalties are a disgrace. Let's not even talk about them. I reckon he's going to go that way. Or that way. Mental. In off the post like you wouldn't believe. What a finish. What a finish. So we're a goal down from a penalty, but we gave that ourselves away, so we can only blame ourselves. Took it well, though. Here it is again. Once again, you can't dive in. So I feel like online, there's going to be a lot more penalties given away. There's going to be a lot more free kicks. You can see Donnarumma's diving animation. And there's a look at the crowd. And once again, the crowd doesn't look terrible. So yeah, overall, folks, definitely an improvement. Keep saying it, but I want to reiterate that because as much as I've slagged this game off, I've had more fun playing this in the last 4 or 5 hours than I thought I would. And that's great. Still a long way to go. Don't get me wrong. There's still a very long way to go. But the potential's there. All right, come on, lads. Let's get a goal. All right, Neymar. Here he goes. Oh, that's a great block. That's a great block. Just about to play in the old Messi. All right, we're going to go a little bit more attacking now for the final minutes. As the ball swung over the other way. And now we got more problems. Marquinhos does well this time. Keeper a bit risky there, but fair enough. But yeah, it's just a very flowy game. It really is. Konami have done a good job of making sure that the players just get on with it. They don't mess about. Right, Neymar. Is he onside here? He is. Neymar. Well, no one's closing him down, so, you know, there are things like that where the AI do kind of run off. Probably should have gone towards the ball instead of going towards no one. Yeah, far too slow there. I was trying to do a double touch. Disastrous. But now Lyon can bring this one forward. Yeah, but I do feel like, folks, there's... Oh, keeper's coming out. Let's see what the goalie does. Well done, Donnarumma. There's big potential with, like, Master League here. You know, if the AI can give you a good, proper game, then, yeah, we could have some really, really good, intense matches. That's nice. Neymar. Ref. Bugger. But anyway, folks, there we have it. Lyon delighted with their win from a penalty. I did have 2 goals initially in the last match, but as I said, I forgot to hit record. What a Moby. But yeah, folks, that's my impressions overall. And I'll put more videos out. I just really wanted to get this one out. Just showing you a match. Well, eventually. I know I spoke at the beginning of the video. But showing you a match on Superstar, on FUMA. And just showing you how this game can play. And I do really like the flow of it. It's fluid. Players are not... You know, this was a nice move at the beginning. Should have done better with that finish. Dreadful. But, you know, I'm not seeing as many hitting into a player and they stop. Like they're stuck, and then the animation continues. It's almost like if something happens, they quickly get up, they get on with it. It's much more of a physical game. I think you're going to see more fouls as well because there's just a lot more to it. There was that shot from the Neymar. It wasn't a bad effort. But you really got to play it, folks. You've got to play it, test it out. If you are playing offline, go and download the PC version. Head over to EvoWeb and find the unlocker. And that way you can really just... Shouldn't have shot that. And that way you can play with all the teams you want, but also play with as much time as you want. You can't play this game in 5 minutes offline and really judge it. You can't. And that's why they've really slapped themselves in the face, Konami, for doing that. Why not show people that this game has got potential offline? So give us enough time to enjoy it. Now, if you're playing online, then it's different. Online's 10 minutes. There's more to do. And I think a lot of people will enjoy online, but, you know, it depends who you're playing. How's the connection as well? Offline, it's very responsive. Online, it can be difficult at times. I mean, right here, you can see the defenders are backing away, but the defenders, they're having to shift their feet. And they don't just suddenly go from, you know, one animation and quickly into the next one, and then they're up your backside. This isn't FIFA, folks, okay? This is a more realistic approach, and... You know, I think give this a year for Konami to do some magic, and maybe, you know, we can up this game to maybe in the 8s and 9s. Who knows? Who knows? There's a lot of work still needs to be done, folks. But overall, I am very impressed with what I've played. And, you know, minus the UI and the horrendous stuff, whoopsie-doopsie. Yeah, there's potential there. Anyway, let me know your thoughts below. We'll return with Master League next week. I do want to get back to it, although I'm going to find it hard now playing Master League after playing this. But it'll be a good way to compare as well. So, yeah, I look forward to that. Anyway, we'll be back shortly. Till next time, subscribe for more. Leave a comment if you played it, of course. And take care.